All right, so now I'm going to do problem number 7 off the worksheet. Okay, so it's the same idea, following the same steps every time. The steps are not going to change. All right. So the first thing I want to do is I want to say x squared plus bx is equal to c. So I want to subtract 6 from both sides. So I've got 3x squared minus 12x is equal to negative 6. Then my value of a has to be 1, and if you notice, our value of a is 3. So that's not good. So we have to divide every single thing up here by 3. So this becomes x squared minus 4x is equal to negative 2. Okay? So then we'll go to step 2. Now that we have x squared plus bx is equal to c and a is equal to 1. So I'm going to say b divided by 2 squared. So if I look at this problem here, my b value now is negative 4. So I'm going to say negative 4 divided by 2 squared. So it's going to be negative 2 squared. So that's going to be 4. So I'm going to add 4 to both sides. I'm going to add 4 to this side. I'm going to add 4 to this side. Okay? The left side. And the right side becomes 2. The left side we have to factor, and it should end up being the same thing twice. So, what two numbers that are the same, that multiply to give you 4, but add to give you negative 4? Well, I say those values would be negative 2, negative 2. Or x minus 2 squared. Okay? Then I have to take this plus or minus square root. Do not forget your plus or minus. So plus or minus square root to one side, plus or minus square root to the other side. These cancel. So now I've got x minus 2 plus or minus radical 2, and then the last step is to solve for x. So add 2 to both sides. So I get x is equal to 2 plus or minus radical 2. And again, I have to go through my numbers. 4, 9, 16, 25, blah, 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 blah. None of them divide into 2, so my answer is x equals 2 plus or minus radical 2. Okay? And that's where your graph crosses the x-axis. Again, how you figure that out if you wanted to is you can take 2 plus radical 2 in your calculator to get a decimal. 2 minus radical 2 in your calculator to get a decimal. And that's where that parabola is crossing the x-axis. Again, if this number in the radical is negative, write no solution. You're done. As soon as you get a radical with a negative number, you're done. Make sure you're adding to both sides. That's another key with this stuff. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions. That was number 7 off your worksheet.